Hey, crafty family. Where the hell have you been? I've been looking all over for you. I looked everywhere. Couldn't find you for like the last 2 weeks. Where have you been? You can't do that to me. You just disappeared. I don't know where you are. I didn't know what to do. Just kidding. I was sick and now I feel better. So I made some stuff last night. I made some hearts. Some little fringy cute hearts. I don't know if you could see how the cuteness of the little fringies, and I wanted to show you how to make them. I didn't come up with this. I'll put a link to who I saw it from. But aren't they adorable? They're so cute. They're such cute embellishments. Now these are big ones. I did big ones. We're going to do some smaller ones because these are like ginormous. But they're still cute because you can, like, if you're making a card or a journal, you can write a little note on the back. You can put a little paper clip on it. You know, it's so cute. But you see all the little fringies, and there's some glitter on there. I don't know if you can see, I put a little bit of glitter on there, but you can see the dimension and the fringies on it. So cute. So yes, I've been sick, and that's what my problem's been. And then I got my shot, and it completely made me feel so much better, because when I don't have my shot in my system, I have 2 different types of shots. I have one shot that I go to the doctor and get every 2 months. That's my magic shot. And then I have the shot that I give myself in my stomach for my Crohn's. That one helps my Crohn's, but it doesn't help me feel better. The magic shot that I get from my rheumatologist, it's called Depomedrol, and if you have rheumatoid arthritis, you need to get the specific name of the shot is Depomedrol. It is they'll give you cortisone shots out the ass, but if it's not Depomedrol, it won't work as well. Now, who knows? For some people, it may not work at all, but for me, it's like magic. That shot is like magic, and I get that shot and I feel, no matter what, it just feels better. But they'll only give it to me once every 2 months. The problem is, it only, for like when you first start getting it, it lasts like 3 months, but now that I've been getting it quite a few years, it only lasts like maybe like a month and a week or 2 at best. So it starts to wear off, and then I can't get it for and then I'm like 3 weeks I have to wait for it, and so I'm in a lot of pain, and so for like 3 weeks I'm miserable. So that's why you haven't seen me. That's the most reason. I actually wasn't sure if it was the shot that was going to make me feel better or not this time, because I was really, really sick and I didn't feel well. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore, because that's done. I'm here. I didn't leave you and I didn't abandon you. I'd never do that. So, alright, so you're going to break out your scraps on this one. And what I did was, I took some cardstock, and you can do this, with anything, and, any kind of, this is white cardstock. You're going to take some of that. You could do this any size. You could do it as big as this, and fold it in half. That's how I make my hearts. And actually, I'll do this one as a big one. But you can make it as big as you want. I just fold it in half, and then eyeball on the folded side. I start cutting. And that's how I make a heart. Because you're not going to see that fold, because obviously we're going to be covering it up with other paper. Now that's a really big one. I might use this one for like a front of a card or like a journal or something. So I might use that for that. So anyway, we're going to work on these little itty bitty ones, but that's exactly how I cut these. I cut them out like that. And what you do is you don't need to measure anything else. You're just going to start sticking stuff on. So like for instance here, I'm just going to cut a strip, and I'm just going to glue here, because the first little piece that you're going to put on, because you're going to start from the bottom and start layering up. So I'm just going to put some, not Fabri-Tac, and now I got it on my finger. I got it on my finger. You're just going to take like some glue, and you're just going to decide how far up you want the base piece to be. And I just want it to be like on this little triangle area down here. And I'm just going to take this and stick it on there. Just stick it. Just stick it. And you get it stuck. So once you got it stuck on there pretty good, you might want to wait for it to dry a minute, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't follow the rules. And then you take it and you cut off the excess from the back. And you got your first little layered piece, because that's what you want, because that's going to be the part that's not going to be fringed, is this little layer. It's as if this was a background piece, and it gives the impression that this piece down here is all throughout the whole heart, and then we put these over top of it. That kind of gives it that impression, but it's really not. It's just a little piece that we put at the bottom. We're fooling people. We're fooling you to believe it's an illusion. So then you go to your next piece and you decide where you want like the fringes to be or whatever. So I'm just gonna cut a strip about that big. You want to make sure that it goes at least hanging over a little bit on either side. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scissors and you're just gonna sit and make little. And now you can go in as far as you want for larger fringes, or make little shorter ones, which I'm doing a little bit shorter ones on the smaller hearts. But you're just gonna go along and make the little cuts. Like, you know, everybody's done that before, when you cut in and make the little feathery fringes. They actually sell scissors that have several blades on it. It would be like if they stacked 4 of these pairs of scissors right next to each other with one handle and it all cut. And so I plan on trying to find a pair of those scissors so that I can, it takes a lot less time if you have those scissors. So, okay. So once you've got it cut and all fringy, then what you do is you just layer it on there. Now you can choose to cut just a smidgen off of the back side here where we didn't slice into it, maybe. Because I always leave obviously a good 1/4 inch to glue on, and then you just take your glue, which I don't know what I did with it, and you put glue, not on the fringes now, just on the part above the fringes. See how it's got all this room up here? Well, you're going to put the glue up there, like so, and then you're going to line it up so that just your fringes are covering the whole heart. That strip there that you want, make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to get a baby wipe because I keep getting glue on my fingies, on my phalanges. And where'd my towel go? Hey, 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 there you are. Okay. And then you got your thing on there like that, your scrap piece. Then you're going to do the same thing as you did before. You're going to turn it over. Usually I'll wait for it to dry a minute or so, but who cares? And then there you go. There's your first layer of fringes. Okay, can you see the layer of fringes? I don't know if my camera's focusing or what. I have no idea. I'm hoping it is. Okay, so once you get your first layer, then you move on to your second layer. And you can color coordinate it how you want. It kind of looks cool when you have like all similar colors, but you know, just all different patterns. It kind of gives it a kind of cool patchwork look, and that's kind of what I likes. So now I'm going to go with this one, and I'm just going to let it hang off on either side, and then I'm going to cut it when it's really long. I do that so I don't fringe the whole dang thing and sit there. So it'll be covering over like this. You want each edge to be completely cleared of the heart. It makes it better that way. And then you just go along and you fringe the crap out of it. I'm fringing the crap out of it. It's literally crapping as I fringe. So I hope you guys have had a good couple of weeks. A little vacation from me. Sometimes you need a break from me. Okay, so we got it. See how fast it is? See, now I'm going to cut just a little bit off the back side, just to make it a little thinner. Not that it really matters too much. But now it looks like that. It looks kind of like a comb. I'm going to comb my hair. Except there's no space for the teeth to go through the hair. And then we're going to layer the fringy parts so that they are right above the last one that we did. And yeah, you're probably going to get a little glue on your fingers. There's that one. Whoops, I'm dropping it. And then we're flip it over, cut off the excess, and move on. It's so easy, and it's so cute. Can't not do it. They're so cute. Especially after at the end we're going to work on flipping up the little fringies. It's harder to see on camera. Trust me when I tell you in person, they're so adorable. And we like flip up the fringies a little bit and make them look messy. And it gives us really cute, it's just they're so cute. But I know that on camera it's so much harder to see how cute they really are. But I promise if you do it, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it because they're just so adorable. Okay. Next. Let's make up my mind, right? Let's do this one again, since I'm going to do a different section of this paper, because last time I got like this part here, but this time I'll get more of the pink, reddish pink flowers. And actually that'll be the top. Wait, let me see. Well, going to be too short probably for the top piece, so let me go ahead and do something else then. I'll save that. You know what I'll do? I'll do another one of this one, since I didn't get very many of it towards the bottom. Now when you get to the top piece, you can choose to do one more layer and then just do the tops of the hearts like you did the bottom kind of, or you can just do this and I'm just gonna do like leave the top part just a little bit bigger and fringe it like that, instead of fringing it and then putting another little piece to cover it up. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna make the fringe wider instead of littler. Like not the fringe itself, but the piece above where I fringe it. Like, I don't know. You'll see. So I'm just going to, for this one, I'm going to layer it so that it comes down over this one a little bit, because that's where the fringes will be, coming down over that one, and then I turn it over and I just cut it above there, so that I know that that's how it's going to stick on pretty much. And then I cut the little fringies, and it doesn't really take long to cut the fringies, and it works best if you have a little tiny pair of scissors. I feel it works best. I love these little scissors, and they make me happy. I use these as my fussy cutting scissors. I just wish I could find a pair with like rubber around the inside so that they don't hurt my hands so much after a while. I'm sure eventually I will come across a decent little pair like that. It doesn't matter if they're not all exactly the same space, you know, width of the little fringies. It doesn't matter if some of them are cut up a little further than the others. Don't worry about it. It's not going to matter. I promise you, it's not going to matter in the long run. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our glue, and this time we're not going to cut a little bit off the back side like I was doing before, because now we've got a lot more to cover up, because we got to cover up the very top parts of the heart here. Plus we got to have the fringes hang down over top of that. So that's why I'm not going to cut off anymore until after I have it glued on, and then I'll cut it off from the back. But remember, don't put glue on your fringy parts. Only put glue above the fringy parts. See, so I'm going to line it up with how I want it with the fringe. Whoops, I just pushed it all the way off. I'll just lift this up a little. Okay, now we'll push that on. Because I'm rushing, I'm like knocking things over and messing things up. Okay, now we'll go on the other side. And don't worry about like when you go to cut, you're going to cut some of the fringies off on the little sides. That's fine. Don't worry. Be happy. I have so many videos to do because I got to catch up. I have so many things I wanted to do, but I got, unfortunately, because of, oh, that one was just sticking out. And if it happens where you accidentally cut off like the last fringe on the end, just take it and put it back on and glue it. You don't have to flip up every little fringe. So if the last one on the end is glued down, it's going to be okay. Because, you know, if you accidentally cut it off, I've accidentally cut it off before, so don't even worry. So then you sit here and you just flim your, you flick your little fringes. Flick your fringe. And you're going to flick them and flick them and flick them. And make them how you want. You don't want all of them flipping up, but you just want them to look kind of messy. So I just go through and I flick them, and then I put them down a little bit, and then I flick them. I have some of them sticking up and some of them down. So they're kind of cute that way. And you just want to make them so that they look like wild little hairs. And then it looks like that. Now you can embellish the top. Like on these, like I put just a little flower. On this one I made a little like sideways with a vine, and that's like the flower part. Or you could just put a couple of gemstones. Like on this one I could put a couple little gemstones on the top. But I think it'll actually fit one of these flowers on it, possibly. If not, I got something else. But you can go over the fringes a little bit. Like, it's okay. You know, that would look cute. Even though it's covering up some of the fringes, that's okay. That's no big deal. No big deal. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this because it's easier to get it to stick down. Because these are like felt, kind of. So every glue I put on there would, unless it was hot glue, would absorb into it a little bit. So this is easier to use Fabri-Tac. Or you can have it like sticking up a little bit so it doesn't cover up as many of your fringes. Have it sticking up over the top like that. But how cute is that? Isn't that adorable? So cute! And then you can take some stickles like these. And what I did on some of them was just along the top, I would put some stickles, right? And then I would just bring my finger down, run my finger down the fringes, and just stickle up the fringy part like that. And I would kind of alternate, and now I'll put some down on this flat part here. You know, and you can put them on some of the other parts. It don't matter. You can do the whole thing. I don't know if you could see, but isn't that so cute? So cute. I love it. So I hope you'll give these a try because they're adorable and I loves them. And they're really cute and a lot of fun, and they're a really nice embellishment to make. So I hope you will give these a try. And so that's all I'm going to do for right now, and probably for today, because I've got a lot of things to do aside from videos catching up. I've got to work on a journal that I'm working on that I'm kind of late on now because I was sick. You know how it goes. So I got to get caught up on some things that I got to do. But trust me, I will be around. Hopefully the next month will go smoothly and I'll at least feel better for the next month or so. Yay! And thank you so much for everybody that sent me happy mail and give me good well wishes. I really appreciate it. It does make me feel better. It does put a smile on my face. So thank you so much. You guys have been really, really sweet to me, and I appreciate it that you guys, you know when I don't feel well, because I don't ever just not do videos for no reason. So, and I love that you guys are always very caring and sweet, and thank you so much for that. So make sure that you do what you love and love what you do, and be nice to people, and I will see you back here very soon. I love you. Bye.